to express my profound gratitude for this incredible honor being given to me this morning. I thank you very much, Lenders Consult, through Mr. Shino Phillips, for this incredible honor. I'm truly humbled to be given this type of recognition. I am not a man that is given to receiving awards. I have at many times refused to accept awards from different groups who have come to offer awards. But for awards like this, for anybody to be given this type of recognition by the Nigerian Pitch Award, the most credible sports award in Nigeria and in Africa, it is a big honor, and I'm truly grateful. I am overwhelmed with gratitude, and I want to say that, use this opportunity to say that I am a passionate supporter of the Super Eagles, and I believe that with the Nigerian spirit in them, the fighting spirit of Nigerians, they will still make it to qualify for the World Cup. I thank you.
All right, the Inspector General of Police there, Kaude Egbetokun, receiving his award, yes, from the organizers of the Nigerian Football Pitch Awards. Yes, the Marquee Football Award, the one that really is in sync with what the Nigerian Football Federation is doing and in developing the talents in the game in the country, making sure that they get the reward that they get. And of course, it is also good to see the Inspector General of Police, Kaude Egbetokun, getting his own for his contribution to the development of football in the country. And that came when he made sure that football gets a pride of place at the last police games in Ibadan or your state. And that is just to tell you how big football is. And football really commands a lot in terms of interest among Nigerians, and everyone knows that without football you can never really be very happy. Yes, because football has assumed the position of a second religion, or if not the only religion in Nigeria, because everyone talks about it. And that also explains why the President Tinubu administration, the federal government, really commits a lot to football in terms of resources. And of course, it is all about the totality of sports development in the country, and football being the one that everyone wants to know. And that is the reason why in the last 48 hours or thereabout, it has been all about what has happened in the Super Eagles. As far as the coaches are concerned, Finidi George would no more be the man at the helm, and his coaching backroom staff will go with him because he has resigned. As a matter of fact, he has resigned, saying that the Nigerian Football Federation, the NFF, really threw him under the bus. That is making him a scapegoat for their own ineptitude, in quote. And of course, he has his reasons to leave. And that is something that has been on every lip. And again, the poster boy of Nigerian football, that's talking about Victor Osimhen, was on the prowl on social media platform of Instagram. He talked about how people should not blame him for the problems of Nigerian football, and also talking about Finidi as someone who did not help his cause. But a lot of people have reacted. They've reacted to it, and they say it's not really good. These are not the best times in Nigerian football, and we shouldn't be dwelling so much on the troubles. It's about moving forward. And talking about moving forward today on Sports Extra, it's a special one. Yes, yes, Eid Mubarak. Yes, Muslim Muslim brothers and sisters, we are greeting you, Eid Mubarak, for this special day. And this special day, we are going to be talking about Nigerian football. We have a cast of erudite, very resourceful analysts who are going to be joining us either virtually or on telephone to talk about the development in Nigerian football in the last 48 hours. I have joining me right now Kunle Salami. Kunle Salami, Deputy Editor of the Telegraph newspapers. The Telegraph newspapers, he is joining us, and he is also the Vice President of the Nigerian Guild of Sports Editors. Kunle, it's good to have you join us on the show.
Thank you very much, Basi. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, Kunle, for a start, what do you make of the last 48 hours or thereabout in Nigeria? First, Finidi George, the coach of the Super Eagles, resigned. And Victor Osimhen was on the prowl on social media. And it is something that has been generating a lot of heat, controversy, and depending on who is talking, the views have been very, very diverse. And what do you make of it, Kunle?
For Finidi, he earns my respect by resigning. Here is somebody that was employed just at the eve of the qualifiers. We had a long time to prepare or get another coach between February and March. We didn't do that. The NFF came up in May to name Finidi, and he has to prosecute two very crucial qualifiers in June. The results were not pleasant, and it was not unexpected by some of us that are close watchers of football. I've been in football for 3 decades. So even before the game, I said this will be very difficult for Nigeria and for Finidi. He's just coming in as head coach. So he earns my respect by resigning. The NFF coming to tell Nigerians that they're now going for a foreign coach shows how confused they are. Very, very confused. They should have done that from the beginning so that we know this is where they're going. Again, look at Osimhen. Whatever you have against your coach, you don't go to social media to rant in that way. So abusive, so rude. I was not expecting that because I'm a big fan of Osimhen. I was not expecting him to behave like that. And you can also look at all those things he said and ask yourself, can he say that to the coach of Napoli? Absolutely no. No respect to Finidi, no respect to Nigerians, no respect to the federation. It's uncalled for. He should apologize to Finidi and apologize to Nigerians. Nobody is bigger than Nigeria. He is the African Footballer of the Year, yes, but Finidi George is a legend. Anyhow you look at it, he should not disrespect Finidi, no matter what Finidi must have done.
All right, Kunle, we are going to hold you there. And we have joining us via telephone from Lagos the mixed master, Mitchell Obi, a veteran in the business of sports analysis, writing, and reporting. Even though he is still very much involved, he is still very much on the field reporting and making sure that people get information about it. We still would beg to refer to Mitchell as a veteran, even though we are not pushing him out of the business. All right. Okay. And Mitchell is someone who knows very well. He understands the dynamic as far as hiring and firing coaches is concerned. Mitchell Obi really does know very well. Mitchell, it's good to have you join us. It is your territory. It's always been, and it is good to welcome you back to your territory, Sports Extra. Mitchell.
Yeah, thank you very much. I don't know about following coaches and their staying and exit, but there are two types of coaches I've known: those who have been sacked and those who are waiting to be sacked.
All right. In the case of Finidi George, he was not sacked. He was not sacked. He resigned his post, and that is quite instructive about the first person to have to do that in Nigeria, Michelle.
I think that's the makeup of the gentleman, a very honorable man who perhaps understands what he wants in life. There are very few coaches who have handled the national team, and when things look so ugly and disturbing, they have the guts to quit. I think Finidi has the courage to say he doesn't want to be part of it, even though, of course, he must have been listening to the varied voices across the land in terms of the disappointment of not coming to rescue the Super Eagles, a mission that was given to him and he thought he could deliver. So I think he's made it easy and it really helped the Nigerian Football Federation to pursue the remote agenda because come to think of it, we had a Peserio who out of 7 matches couldn't make a difference in 5, and even the mess we are in, he started it all, and yet we were patient enough to see him go to the Nations Cup where he won a silver medal and came back not only with a house in Abuja as a landlord, but also a national accolade as a member of the Order of Niger. And of course, patience is a comportment, as Hufe Boigny, the late president of Cote d'Ivoire, will tell us. But do we want to be patient? It's a difficult question to answer, given the way many people did not fancy Finidi's choice. Nigerians didn't really give salute his selection as the Super Eagles coach, even though there were many reasons why he should be the coach. But they think they've seen him. For me, I don't think we have given him an opportunity. We just flirted with the idea of having a Nigerian coach, set the traps for him, and of course he flopped. And now we say we are going for it. What is in the foreign coach if you can't get the best?
All right, Michel, we want to round it off. Now. A short one. In the face of all of this, do you see Nigeria qualifying for the World Cup? Do you see the Super Eagles eventually making it to that World Cup in Mexico, Canada, and the United States at the end of the day?
They say they want to get a coach who will win all the remaining 6 matches. If we can do that, we'll get to the World Cup. But let's go and find the magician who will win all 6 matches if we cannot win the first 4.
All right. Thank you very much, Mitchell, for passing it across the way it should be passed. We appreciate you. And of course, we are looking on to the next thing on the agenda. Yes, it has to be about what should be done to ensure that we do not lose our own quality, our own identity. That was Mitchell Obi talking with us. And now, Kule Salami is still very much on. Yes, he is still very much with us. Kule, it's good to still have you there. What do you see as a way forward? Or don't you see the Nigerian identity being altered with the move to get in a foreign man, a foreign technical advisor?
Time is of essence, even in football, on the pitch, outside the pitch. Football is not played only in the 90 minutes of the field of play. It is also played outside with your administrative capacity, what you do in planning, what you do for preparation, what you do in motivating the players, what you do by telling fans to come to the stadium, what you do by ensuring that all things are tidied up to ensure that you have a very good match. And those are the things NFF did not do well enough, and so the results of the 2 matches in which we got just 1 point out of the 6 we were going for, those were the reasons why it came up that way. However, what we hear now is that the favorite person to be picked is the former Cameroon coach in Portuguese that the NFF, the technical committee themselves have picked, even in their report. That is the person NFF is going for now. So why going for him now when you should have done that earlier? Time lost, points lost, results lost. We lost to Benin Republic for August. Why? How? South Africa was there for the taking. We couldn't beat them. We couldn't beat Benin. Now we are playing catch up. We are 5th out of a group of 6. It's shameful. I've never seen a shambolic World Cup qualifier like this, and you cannot blame Finidi.
All right, Kule, I would like to hold your thoughts again. We have another veteran who is joining us via telephone, Onoche Anibeze. He is someone who covered the Super Eagles back in the glory days of Clemens Westaroff when they won almost everything in Africa and went to the world to do so much. And Onoche Anibeze is joining us via telephone, and he is on transit. Onoche, it's good to have you join us.
Thank you, Bassett. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, you're welcome. Onoche, Finidi George has resigned, and he told us a bit in his letter that he was thrown under the bus by the Nigerian Football Federation, who claimed that they were innocent, when in actual fact he feels that they didn't do much to help the team. What do you make of this? How do you react to the situation?
I think both sides have to take the blame for what happened, and it's unfortunate. After 4 matches, we have 3 points. It will be very, very difficult for us to be in the World Cup in 2026. I don't know how we're going to make it, but let's remain hopeful. While I may not hold brief for him for certain things, for example, immediately he was appointed, the season in Europe had ended. Only Atalanta, where Lukman was playing, they were playing in Europe. Our players were free. I thought that Finidi would open the camp. He didn't open the camp. Even if he was to open the camp for local players and start something, he did not start something immediately. And I thought that wasn't good enough. And then when eventually we were to play these matches, South Africa and Benin Republic, the players came to camp 2 days to the match, 3 days to the match. You don't do that, and I think he lacked the authority, he lacked some firmness. If you are coaching Super Eagles, if you are coaching any team, you have to be firm. With the match against South Africa and then the Benin Republic, I noticed that I couldn't see smooth transition. I mean, Ahmad Penny, the former NFF president, campaigned for him to be given this job. And one of the major reasons was that since he assisted Basero, there should be a smooth transition. But then in the game, I didn't see any transition tactically.
Okay, it does appear by this decision, the NFF is lampooning and condemning the quality of the Nigerian coach as not good enough.
No. That is, I wouldn't want to. I don't think it would be fair to use the Finidi performance to judge other indigenous coaches. Even Finidi, I was making the point of what I saw in the 2 matches. But before then, what did NFA offer to him? What conditions? What did they make it good for him to excel? You appointed him, and then all his assistants, you said you were not going to place them on contract, and that was why Amakachi stayed away. That wasn't good enough, that wasn't good enough. Opening of the camp, that's why I told you it's not good to just criticize from afar. You have to be close to the team and know what went wrong. Did Finidi want to open camp and they said no money? These are the things you and I may not know as at now. But why didn't he open camp in time? There were other frustrations he faced from the federation, but I don't think it is proper to use that performance to judge other coaches. We were here and we saw what Keshi did, late Stephen Keshi did with Makachi, with Shivano Sopala, with Valet, and Ike Shoromu. They did well, won the Nations Cup in South Africa and all that. We have some of our coaches our indigenous coaches who can do this job if given the chance and well supported.
Now, where does this leave us? Will the incoming expatriate coach not say that the damage has been done already and there's nothing he can remedy, and he shouldn't be blamed if we don't get to qualify for the World Cup?
It is bad already, and I can tell you that whoever they are appointing now, the yardstick, the target will be World Cup qualification. And if the person doesn't qualify for World Cup, there will be another clamor for him to quit. I don't know who they are going to invite. I told you before, Basi, let me make this point clear. The state of your football informs the kind of coach you go for. Right now, the players we have now have quality. 10 times more than the players we had when Keshe won the Nations Cup. But then, what is happening? You saw what they did in the Nations Cup. You saw what they did in the two qualifying matches we played now. Nations Cup, yes, somehow we got to the final. But you saw our game. I wasn't impressed with the style of Barcelona. But see, we have talented players now. So you should go for a coach who will be a good manager to these boys. We have the talent. There are cases, if you don't have the talent, then you need a developer. Somebody who will come and start developing potentials and turning them into stars. Coaches have different talents. So when you do a study, go around, you know the kind of coach you want. If you have many players, when Westerhoff came, we didn't, he had to go for some players, local players. He played Nations Cup in August 90 with local players. The foreign players did not want to come, and he executed Nations Cup with the local players he got from WAFU competition, and he started developing them. All of a sudden, they became stars. There are coaches like that. It is possible you give Westerhoff superstars and he may not manage them well, but he knew how to, develop players the way Arsene Wenger develops players and all that.
All right, thank you very much, Onoche Anibeze. We appreciate your time with us, and of course, we would be looking forward to engaging you some other time when we have the need to bring you on.
Let us pray, but sometimes you have to walk and pray because their opponents they don't worship the devil. They also pray. It is the input, your performance that will determine where you are going to, whether you win or not.
It's still very much Sports Extra here, and Kunle Salame is still very much with us. Kunle, I see you. How do you make up with this? How do you look at the perspectives of the likes of Mitchell and Onoche, who are sharing virtually what Nigerians are thinking too? What is your own view as far as the issue of the coach is concerned, the Nigerian element, the desire for a Nigerian coach, and then the expatriate coming in? What do you submit as your own position?
Yes, those are my bosses. Onoshani Bisi, Michelle Levy, and even Mumuni Alao. We are always striving at the same thing. Maybe our views might be different. Yes, I also love to have a Nigerian in charge of the Super Eagles. However, when you look at results, the timing is also very crucial. If you want a Nigerian coach to take over the Super Eagles, you have to appoint such Nigerian coach at a time he will have enough space to build on the team, to create his philosophy, to impact his knowledge, his philosophy, his ideas on the team. It is not the time Finidi George was appointed. Definitely a wrong time. It is either you allow Barcelona to continue or you get another expatriate that will not look at faces, we not look at any sentimental reason to take decisions. And that is the difference between a foreign coach and a Nigerian coach. I'm an advocate of a Nigerian coach, but you know, Finidi is a good man, a gentleman, but coming up of Finidi, if you look at his antecedents, what has he achieved? Enyimba Football Club. We have coaches that have made their mark even outside Nigeria. I recall Stephen Keshi. He was a coach of Mali. The late Keshi was a coach of Mali. He was a coach of Togo. He qualified Togo for the World Cup. And so it was clear that he was ready for the Super Eagles. Amadou Shaibu was outside Nigeria. He coached in South Africa. He coached somewhere else. He took BBC Lions to win the continental title. He took Shooting Stars to the final of the continental title. He won in the domestic league. That is Amadou Shaibu for you. You cannot say the same of Finidi. And so, for me, bringing in of Finidi was bringing in of somebody that not tested for the job he was to do. However, he could have performed better if he had enough time with the team, and he has to play a series of friendly matches that will take him to know the players better and make sure there is cohesion in the team. Going forward about the league you ask, Basi, any foreign coach that the NFF already set template for, you must watch our domestic league. You must also have some people around you, maybe about 3-4 people that will go to the league center. They will work with this foreign technical advisor and bring in our guy. I want Nigerian players in our national team. So if this has been the template during the interview session or before the man signs a contract, he will do the job. He will do the job. My ultimate aim is to get results for Nigeria. Nigeria did not qualify for Qatar. It would be a shame for us not to again qualify for a World Cup coming up in 2026 in Mexico, USA, and Canada. No, we have to be there. We have 6 more matches to go. Operation Win All Games. This is the slogan. Let us go out and do all that and close our eyes on other teams and see what comes up from there. If it is foreign coach that will give us the result, let's go for it. But the timing of appointing a domestic coach for now is not right. Absolutely.
Well, Kunle Salami, thank you very much for your time, and we really and do sincerely hope that the World Cup ticket will, in the end, be in the bag, and Nigeria will be at the World Cup 2026 in Canada, United States, and Mexico. Thank you, Kunle, for your time.
Basi, I pray for it. I want it. I'm yearning for it, and I am sure many Nigerians also want the World Cup ticket. By the grace of God, we'll get it, but we really have to work hard to get it. I'm happy to be here. It's a pleasure always to be with you. Thank you very much.
All right, that will be it as far as Sports Extra for today is concerned. It has been one that is very special, making sure that we interrogate the issues around the Nigerian senior men's national team, the Super Eagles, where it has been a really explosive development in and around the team in the last 48 hours, one that has engaged Nigerians both on social media and in the traditional media as well as in public places and other places. And we do hope that the perspectives of the experts here today would have helped to actually situate the issues and make you have a proper understanding of what is happening. And in the end, it's all about making Nigeria better. My name is Edet Basi. On behalf of the production team, do have yourself a splendid time and enjoy your holiday. For to our Muslim brothers and sisters, Eid Mubarak to you, and have a very, very productive holidays. And bye now.